Hey everybody, it is that time of the year, meaning it is new planner time, which means I now have an old planner that I have completely used up. And I wanted to do a flip through of my Happy Planner to show you all the spreads. I think it'd be especially cool because this is the first ever planner that I've decorative planned in. So I've owned like notebook planners before, but this is the first one that I've ever had that I've decorative planned in. I decorative plans previously, but in like a desktop ripoff kind of planner thing. Anyways, so yeah, I have 18 months worth of spreads in my Happy Planner that is now complete, and I just wanted to show you because it's hilarious how. So that is what 18 months of mostly no white space spreads gets you. Only a year of these are actually in the rings. The other 6 months can't even get in the rings. That's why I've got like a rubber band around it. It is so big and fat, and I am gonna have to do this in parts. So this first part is gonna be the first 6 months that I have here that are not in the planner. So these are, actually this is the cover page for the whole planner. As you can see, it got a lot like really messed up as the 18 months went on, and I put back my original cover on it as well for keepsake purposes. But yeah, so I'm gonna start with the first 6 months, and this is all 2016 if you can believe it. So we'll put the still very thick 2017 pages to the side for now. Those will be in parts. What is that? Those will be in parts 2 and 3 respectively. But yeah, so this is the first 6 months of this planner. So we're starting with July 2016. Let's get us in a good frame here. And oh yeah, right off the bat, we've got our first monthly spread. Look how minimal this is. This is so hilarious. It's just got like a few pieces of washi that I had left over from other kits and checklists that I had left over from some of my July kits that I just stuck a few kind of random events in. I didn't put any bills. It was just like a couple birthdays, a couple events, payday flags. I think I added these like payday flags even later on. Yeah, pretty hilarious to look at in hindsight anyways. And yeah, oh my gosh, and I like was actually using these to-dos. That's really funny as well. And then first ever spread. Look how different this is. Like, can you believe it? I didn't bother whiting out. This is so funny. I didn't bother whiting out, so you can totally see the pattern through the bottom washi, and it sticks out the edge there. This was a kit. I can't remember what shop this is. I don't really want to like put them on blast because I didn't really like this kit. The cuts weren't great, so they didn't quite fit in the boxes. The paper wasn't great quality. You can totally see everything through it. And then like the format was kind of weird as well. Like I think maybe I was just weird. Like, this is just so funny to me. Like, some things don't change. Like, my sidebar is pretty similar format. I was putting the dinners in the sidebar, which is strange. Maybe there were no meal little things. I was doing this plank challenge as well. Like, that didn't last very long. And I just put, like, full boxes, and then I just used the checklist from the kit, and I just wrote my today section in another checklist, just, like, over the full box. That is so hilarious. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. And I wrote in it with a regular pen. Look at that. That's just a ballpoint pen. Like, that's, oh my gosh. And these icons were from a different, yeah, these icons are from like the kit I use next week as well. So maybe this kit didn't have icons. I don't know. This is just so funny to me to see. And then this was the same shop. And, you know, again, we're in a pretty similar style here. I'm starting to pull in more multicolor, but I'm kind of doing the same thing I did the previous week. Still so funny to me to see this style. Like, I would hate this spread if it was my spread for this week. Oh no, oh no. Okay, yeah, little. And then this was yet again the same shop. I bought 3 kits, and since I didn't really love them, I was like, I'll just get them over with and use them all in a row. I do really like this like galaxy pattern though, actually. Pretty much the same format of just like hilarious, like figuring out my style basically is what it was. Yeah, and I didn't have cancel reschedule stickers, so I just wrote a big old X over stuff, apparently. That is very funny. I love that. Yeah, this was when I was working as well. And I put my work stuff in my Today section and in the sidebar, which is kind of funny. Don't really know why I did that, but yeah, this is really hilarious. But I think I'm definitely like coming more into my groove. Yes, here's my first Hummingbird planner kit. Love this kit. I still kind of love this kit to this day. I just like the bright yellow. It's pretty simplistic, but it was just, yeah, like a yellow and gray kit. And I was not really bothered with like the matching too much apparently, because I just used a red movie marquee completely randomly there. But this is starting to be much more like how my actual planning style. So now I've kind of got a distinct little things section. My Today section is pretty much, this could be a Today section in my current format. I did at the time always have my to-do list at the top, and I used to put a lot more stuff like next to the days there, like that. That's kind of funny. Don't know what that is. Yeah, I'm not, and I was also just like, I just wrote on the paper here as well. Like I didn't even get a box or anything. I just put a checklist in the sidebar. So yeah, definitely some stuff is different. And then this is, to this day, one of my all-time favorite spreads. It's also a Hummingbird planner kit. I love the bright colors and the patterns, and it was my first time at kind of theming a kit to the week. So this weekend I went to Brighton, and I figured this was kind of very much like pure vibes to me, gave me Brighton vibes. So yeah, I was putting countdowns up there too. That's really funny. So yeah, I totally love this kit. I still love this spread to this day. And it's not like the style of it is not like unfunctional for how I plan today. So I was definitely starting to come more into my own. This is when the kids didn't have any bottom washi as well, which is kind of funny. And I was still writing with a regular ballpoint pen, and I was still writing just like totally writing on the paper over here, which is really funny. Because like the hearts don't line up with the lines, it looks kind of bad. But yeah, I still love it. I stand by this spread. I still love it to this day. And then moving into August, another hilarious monthly spread, much busier. And this was when I went and crossed off the days as they happened as well in the month. I don't do that anymore for obvious reasons, but I used to do it before I decorative planned. When I just kind of regular pen planned, I would cross off the days in my weekly and my monthly spread as they happened. And this was kind of a habit that came over from that, but obviously is not something that I do anymore because it would ruin the decorative planning. But yeah, this is just like a hot mess of a spread. This is pretty hilarious to see, for me to look at now. And then we have a little paper prints kit. This was, yeah, just a regular old week. Here I was still crossing stuff out as if I didn't do it, instead of like having it canceled or rescheduled. Yeah, this was, and yeah, I think I'm still, am I writing with a ballpoint pen? This looks like a mix of pens. What was I doing? I think this was, yeah, I think I was using some ballpoint, some gel. I don't know. It's very hard to tell, but it looks bad. And I'm just writing on the paper over here, no big deal, on the sidebar. That's pretty funny. And then this is a Scribble Prints Co. kit, my first ever Scribble Prints Co. kit. Oh, I think it was called Wish or something, because it says I wish upon shooting stars in the quote. And this was the week, it was my mom's birthday, but it was the week that my sister came to town to visit, and I loved this spread so, so, so much. It's kind of a bummer in like that, as it's been sitting in the planner, some things happened to it, so it's gotten a bit smudged, and then I don't know if it got wet or something over here. But that's kind of a bummer, but I still love this spread. It's a really good one. This is when I would like put weather icons if I was going on a vacation, or if someone was coming to visit or something. I would put the weather icons and track the weather up there. I don't really do that anymore. But it's much more similar to my current style with the to-do list on the bottom, although now I've switched these two sections. But yeah, this is totally, and with the complete no white space sidebar, this is very much absolutely could be a spread that I would do today. So I guess it didn't take me as long as I thought to get into the groove of my planning style. And then this is another Hummingbird planner kit. Again, when there was no bottom washi, I just kind of left the pattern down there. Apparently this is a week that I meant to get work done and didn't do any work because, well, that actually makes sense because this was probably a bit ambitious assigning myself work because my sister was still in town. So my sister was here for this whole part of the week. She didn't leave until Wednesday, and then Thursday, the very next day, I was going to Bath for the whole weekend, and I didn't get home till Sunday. So I was literally, for all intents and purposes, on vacation this entire week. So that was probably a bit ambitious to try and get work done, but I just put a big old X through that, which is kind of funny. So this was definitely an exciting week of hanging out with my sister and going on holiday to Bath, which was very fun. And I like the bright colors. Again, this style is already not too dissimilar from what I'm kind of still doing. And then we have another little paper prints kit. This was the kit when the kits used to be like the deluxe kits that you could use over 2 weeks, except they only had one set of full boxes. That's what this is. So you'll see that both little paper prints kits that you've seen so far, you'll see them again. Yeah, this is kind of funny over here. That's very different. But yeah, what happened this week? Let's see. I think this was just a pretty regular old week. I don't know what pen I was using. I think I was using a bad pen because a lot of these spreads have kind of gotten a bit smudged, which is a little bit of a bummer on this glossy paper especially. And now we are into September 2016. Oh my good gracious, this is hilarious. Yeah, this is a hot mess of a monthly spread. I know I had like a ton of freebies and deco and like things that I just wanted to use up, and I was like, just throw it all in the monthly spread, why not? So I had like a lot of kit leftovers and freebies that I was just like, throw them all in there, why not? Yeah, so that's like pretty funny to me. And here is my second Scribble Prints Co. kit. I freaking loved this kit. Still hadn't discovered whiteout apparently. But yeah, oh my gosh, I totally loved this. Was the Silence kit, and I just loved the monochrome and the marble. I thought it was so gorgeous. And yeah, this is a format that I could still see myself doing today. Not really, you know, all that different. And what happened this week? Yeah, pretty regular old week. Our new flatmate moved in. We went to see Finding Dory, or I think I went by myself actually. Yeah, Queer Film Festival. I remember that was really fun. Oh, I marked my work schedule in the bottom washi with those asterisks that SPC used to do, and I never checked those off. I don't know if that means I did them or not. That's pretty funny. And here we have another Hummingbird planner kit. This is like a bit femme for me. I don't really know why I bought this, but again, I just left the quote because this was pre-bottom washi. But yeah, not a too dissimilar from a format I would do today. I pulled in a lot of like other kind of decorative pieces. My nephew was due this week, but he was not born this week. I was doing countdowns up there. That's really funny. And this is all like pre-date covers, like before date covers were really starting to come with kits. So you'll notice there aren't really any date covers. But yeah, this was just a pretty regular week as well, it looks like. Then we have another SPC kit. This was I think it was like July no, it was Hello July. It was before the Hello kits were only glitter, and this was Hello July, and it was a watercolor theme with like origami animals and stuff that I just thought was so incredible. And yeah, this was both the week of my partner's birthday, which my partner's 30th birthday, and it was the day my nephew was born, which is this day. And I didn't mark it. Okay. That's fun. Did I put it in the monthly spread? Yes, I did. Oh, that's cute. I marked it with a special delivery sticker. That's hilarious. Yes, okay, so I didn't mark it in the weekly. I'm guessing because I just didn't know it was happening until the day of, and I must have just not had the time to do it. But that's okay. But yeah, my nephew was born this day, and then my partner's 30th birthday was this day, so that was a very exciting week. I love this spread. Again, this is one that I still love to this day. And then we have another Hummingbird planner spread. This was a very like autumnal one. And yeah, pretty busy. I had this like autumnal deco, so I put a lot of that in there. But yeah, not a dissimilar style to what I kind of am still doing today. Looks like it was a pretty basic week. my life is actually not that interesting. So here is the second spread using that same Little Paper Prints kit. Again, pretty, I don't know, it just feels really hectic and busy to me now, which is weird because I still do no white space, but this just seems like a lot. I've still got like total white space happening in the sidebar here. Yeah, I'm pulling in a lot of stuff that I have. And now we're into October 2016, another totally wild monthly spread that like I hate looking at. Like if this was my monthly spread right now, I would like never look at my monthly spread. It would stress me out. But I guess it was functional. I don't know. Looks like I was using the sidebar a bit. I was pulling in a lot of deco and a lot of like stuff that I had, like freebies and kit leftovers and that kind of thing. I was trying to be like helpful and pull that stuff in, but it just kind of made for a really overwhelming spread. But there you go. Then we've got the other half of that other Little Paper Prints kit here. Again, pretty basic week, not too exciting. Yeah, again, I don't know why it's like, I think it's part of the reason why I don't like these old spreads is because like I was definitely not using good pens and I was figuring out pen situations. So now they've since like really smudged and I think that makes them look a bit messy. But yeah, it was like totally like just doing whatever and like figuring out my planner style still. Oh my god, this one is so busy. I remember this week. Okay, so this is a kit from Toffee Banana, I want to say, is the name of the shop. And what happened this week is I had ordered a kit from a shop, and I started, and I thought it was a really good deal because it was like a really inexpensive kit, and it came with a ton of stuff. It came with like so much, way more stuff than you'd need for a weekly kit. And actually this shop's format does as well. I don't even know if this shop's still around. I haven't seen anything from them in a while, but yeah, so that first kit, I started laying it down and it was so horrible. It was like reminiscent of those earlier kits that I used in the planner where like the paper was really bad, the cuts were bad, the print quality wasn't good. It was like they were supposed to all be different shades of purple and you couldn't even like, there was no contrast. Like the saturation was so bad that there was no contrast. You couldn't like, it just looked really bad. And so I just ripped up the entire kit, and this was before undo and it was like matte paper. So I just straight up ripped it. And so under here, there's like all scraggly bits of like the remnants of sticker paper everywhere that I had laid stuff down, and I just put this kit on top of it because I figured if I'm doing no white space, it's fine. And this kit I liked better in terms of the colors and everything. However, the paper is really weird, and like I said, I have still figuring out pens and stuff, and I didn't really know that much about different kinds of pens. So as you can see, this hasn't happened since. This happened like as soon as I did it. The whole like everywhere is just like really badly smudged. Yeah, so that is because this paper is really weird and I didn't yet know like what's the best. I hadn't yet discovered GP Sticker Studios and vinyl. This isn't really vinyl. I don't really know what it is, but yeah, I had so much trouble. So like I remember this week like being stressed out using my planner because I had ripped up an entire kit and then this paper wasn't cooperating with me. And when I get a kit with so much stuff, I want to use it all because I don't want to be wasteful, but then it just ends up making the spread look so busy. And yeah, I don't know. I remember like not liking this week. And what happened? Not much. It was a pretty basic week as well. But yet when I pick up this page, it's so thick because there's still like that layer underneath there. I loved this week in contrast. This is a By Gem Designs kit. This paper is really thick, glossy, like that actual like photo paper kind of style. And I loved this week. I thought I was getting really creative because it was this is sort of like my intro to color blocking before color blocking was really a thing. So I just used all of the pink stuff on this side and all of the blue stuff on this side. Obviously there was a tiny bit of overlap, but yeah, I thought that was really visually interesting, and I liked the silver glitter touches as well. I also did pull quite a bit in from other shops. I was starting to use my Chocho and Mimi Instagram stickers. I didn't notice where I started using those. This actually might have been the first spread where I used these. That's pretty cool. I still love these today. And yeah, I was still having pen problems. I was pulling in Hummingbird Planner glitter boxes and all the, oh, I love this. Yeah, I still love this spread. This is still one of my faves. And yeah, looks like a not very interesting week as well. Just like, well, not that it's not interesting, just like it's just the same as every other, just my basic stuff. Did schoolwork, hung out with my partner, all that kind of basic stuff. Oh, this kit, I love this one. I still, like, to this day, love this one. This is from Little Paper Prints, and it is a sort of shamrock kind of, it's like Patty's Day theme, but I used it in this week in October because I went to Ireland this week. So yeah, I was Friday to the following Monday. I was in Ireland, so I thought this was the perfect theme. And yeah, I stand by to this day. I still love this kit. I think it's gorgeous. And I think it turned out really, really nice. And yeah, I also, shout out, I pulled in my first ever foil sticker. So I have these foil money bags from Harriet Wright Designs. They don't do foil anymore. But yeah, they did for a while when they were first open, and I got that sheet, and this was the first ever foil sticker I pulled in. So that's exciting. And yeah, I just remember absolutely loving this kit and pulling in like different glitter things, and just, yeah, absolutely loving this spread and having a great time this week. And bringing, I brought my planner for the first time on holiday with me this week as well. So this one is definitely one of my all-time faves. Now we're moving into November. Another, I mean, do we even need to discuss these? I mean, yeah, I don't think we do. Just same deal as previous time. These are absolutely wild, out of control, hodgepodge monthly spreads that I was doing. And then I have another Hummingbird Planner kit. I loved this kit. This is like an old school kit. And also this is when I finally had the idea, oh, if a kit doesn't come with bottom washi, just push the checklist or whatever's on the bottom all the way to the bottom of the page. Why not? Yeah, so I finally had that idea to accommodate these kits, old kits that didn't have bottom washi. And it was one of the few Hummingbird Planner kits, from old school Hummingbird Planner kits, and still to this day, to have deco. And it just had all this mustache deco. I love this kit. This was a kit I had bought in the horizontal to use in my old desktop paper planner that I was decorative planning in, and I loved it so much I bought it again to use properly in this planner. And yeah, let's see, this was Halloween, so I pulled in, this was like a deco sheet from Harriet Wright Designs, so I just went ham on the Halloween deco, since this wasn't really Halloween themed week. So yeah, anyway, that's what I did there. And this was the day that we left Ireland, and then this was just a pretty regular old week. And yeah, I was definitely getting more into my style, I think. Then this is another Toffee Bananas kit. By this point, I had bought more different pens, so I think I used a, what's it called, Staedtler Tri-Plus Fine Liner this week, so I did not have the smudging problems that I had previously, so that was much better. Yeah, oh, I had my 9-month review this week. Oh, this was a bad day. We won't speak of that. Yeah, so it was an important week, I suppose, but it was actually kind of a bummer one now that I'm remembering it. Yeah, this was actually kind of a bummer week. Oh, well, that's all right. We'll move right along to this kit. This is from a shop called Those Silly Stars, and let's see. Oh, yeah, I hung out with my friend Nate. Yeah, then just a pretty regular old week. Oh, I got my new suitcase that week. I remember that. I could still see myself doing this style today. We're not that far out of my current situation. Then this was another Toffee Bananas kit, and this is the Thanksgiving week. I didn't really do anything for Thanksgiving this year, I don't think. No, I didn't. but I was using this kit because it was very like autumnal and harvest sort of vibes to me. Yeah, pretty busy wild spread. This would be like way too many patterns and like way too hectic of a spread for me today, but that's all right. I'm sure I enjoyed it at the time. I was having the smudging problems again this week, which is strange. I was starting to buy Christmas gifts. I was doing school stuff. What was I doing? Oh, some people's birthday parties, back-to-back friends' birthdays that weekend, fun. And now we are moving into the final month, so we have our December monthly spread. This one I don't hate as much. It doesn't seem as hectic to me as some of the other ones, but it's still very hodgepodge, like, sort of like miscellaneous style of a spread. And this is another all-time favorite spreads. This was my first like real foray into being like, oh hey, maybe I don't want to use black pen all the time, so I used a brown pen this week, and I really love how it complemented this kit. This is my first time. I switched at this point to using glossy paper from Hummingbird Planner. I've since switched back to matte. In most, like, I actually don't really buy glossy at all anymore, unless I'm buying from a shop that only does glossy, like Scribble Prints Co. But yeah, so this is a glossy kit from Hummingbird Planner that I freaking love. This is this the first date covers? I think that week didn't have, yeah, I think this is the first time using date covers. At this time my idea was that, I'll use the bottom washi on top and I'll put the date covers in the middle. I later switched to keeping my body washi on the bottom washi on the bottom, and finding other things to do with date covers, like putting framing them with glitter headers and things. But this worked for this spread, and I was starting the countdown to Christmas, which is wild. And yeah, to this day, love this spread. I love the colors. I love the deer art. Like, this is an all-time spread Hall of Fame for me, to be sure. Then we have, I love this one too. This is where I was really hitting my stride, I think, with my planning style, was kind of the end of 2016. This is a kit from Lucinda Charlotte Designs. It's on their old, really thick, gorgeous matte paper. And it's just blue, wintry theme. I love the silver glitter. I loved, like, all the cute foxes and things like that. This is another fave kit as well. I really, really love this. And this, I believe, it's the following week, I think. Yeah, so we're counting down to Christmas, getting my work done, doing all that. I went to a Christmas concert. That was fun. I remember that. Yeah, getting stuff done. And then this week, I believe, yes, my mom came to visit. So this is another Lucinda Charlotte Designs kit, and I was starting to get into my Christmas themes here. So this was like that Christmas shopping art, if you recall. And yeah, I was, again, pretty much my current style, except pre-date, their date covers were starting to come along, but this didn't have any date covers. So, yeah, I was just getting my work done, and then my mom came into town on the Thursday, and we had an amazing time, and we looked at the lights and went shopping and went to a bunch of museums and went to Windsor and had a Sunday roast and tapas, and yeah, I just remember this very fondly. And then the following week, my mom left on the Monday, and then this was the week of Christmas. So this is a kit from Harriet Ray Designs on their old glossy paper, and it is that beautiful angel art. I remember really loving this art and not having seen any UK shops do it, and then being very, very excited to see Harriet Ray Designs do it. This is a pretty old format from them as well, I remember. And I also pulled in some of this deco is on a matte paper, and I can't remember where it was from. It was a freebie from some shop. I want to say Fairy Design Studio. I think it was them. So I pulled a lot of that in as well, and this was when Christmas was on a Monday here. And yeah, I pulled in Hummingbird Planner glitter headers. That's pretty amazing. Oh, look at this. I did, because there wasn't room for like date dots, so I kept the numbers, and I just covered the days of the week. That's kind of funny. Yeah, and let's see, what did I do this week? I think I was just, went to see Star Wars, of course. Yeah, just did a lot of work in the lead up to Christmas, and then I literally didn't write anything for Christmas except Christmas. But we kind of do the same stuff every year. Yeah, so that was Christmas week 2016. And then again, talk about Spread Hall of Fame. This is another one, all-time faves. This was my first time using Crest Press Kit. I loved and still love the amazing, gorgeous matte paper that they have. I think they call it a matte vinyl, is that correct? But yeah, so I used this gorgeous New Year's Eve kit for the week of New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and I pulled in deco from Harriet Wright Designs. So Harriet Wright Designs did a New Year's Eve kit with this art here. You can see them here, and the balloons as well were from and the champagne glass, I believe. And I just bought, that's when they did like a la carte deco sheets, so I just bought the deco sheet a la carte to add even more like extraness to this spread, and I stand by it. It probably is a lot, but I love it because it's totally festive. And this is where I wrote my New Year's resolutions, which is awesome. And this is the week that I went to Copenhagen, so I was just doing stuff at home these days, and then this was my flight to Copenhagen, and yeah, I had an amazing time. We went to Malmo on the train. We went to Christiania. We hung out with a lot of friends. We went to New Year's Eve party at a friend's house. I did a lot of like reflecting on the new year and all of that good stuff. And yeah, to this day, 100% love this spread. I got the a la carte glitter headers, and I just put a glitter header on top of a regular header every time that came up because, again, we were going over the top. And yeah, then that starts the first page of the January kind of notes page in the Happy Planner. So that is all of my 2016 spreads in this Happy Planner. So that is the first 6 months. I really hope you liked this video. Give me a thumbs up if you did, and please, please, please subscribe. It would mean the world to me, and it'll let you see the next 2 parts of the flip through where we go through the first half and then the second half of 2017 spreads. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.